Lacey is not only an avid climber, she's the president of the Southern Nevada Climbers Coalition, a group who loves to climb, hike, and do good by our public lands.
Lacey, tell me about your organization. Who are you guys? What do you do?
We are the Southern Nevada Climbers Coalition. We're a local climbing organization that protects access to rock climbing in Southern Nevada.
Well, you're walking around with trash bags. Does that mean what I think that means?
It does. Today we're out here cleaning up trash on a popular climbers and hikers trail, but we also do advocacy work to represent rock climbers' interests. We educate rock climbers about how to be better stewards, and we do trail maintenance and crag cleanups.
In layman's terms, you're a large group of rock climbers who care about the areas that you go to, and these volunteers come out and clean up the trails. Is that right?
That's correct.
How many members do you have?
We have about 300 something members. We're right in the neighborhood of between 300 and 350.
That number is just a small fraction of the total number of rock climbers in Southern Nevada, right?
Yeah, that's true. There are thousands of rock climbers in Southern Nevada and thousands more that come to visit from all over the world.
One of your favorite spots is this one. Tell me exactly what this trail is.
This trail is in Calico Basin in Red Rock National Conservation Area. It's an area called Craft Mountain, and it's home to thousands of world-class boulder problems.
I can see why it's one of your favorites.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here.
I get why you want this area to be pristine and clean as possible, but you're moved to action. Why do you feel so deeply about it?
I feel really deeply about protecting this place because I've spent a significant amount of time here, and the time that I've spent here has been really impactful to my life, and I want to ensure that other people can have those experiences too.
Would you say that all the members feel the same way?
Definitely, or some version of that.
We continued on the trail, picking up trash and a lot of dog poop. But I wanted to get to know everyone better, so we found a good spot and took a break.
Let me ask you this. How big of a problem is this? Or do you think that maybe you're super sensitive because you use these lands?
I think that it's a huge problem. I think, unfortunately, with the amount of people that visit this place and don't understand that it's important to pack out their trash, we've just seen a huge increase in lots of different trash items around Red Rock National Conservation Area. And you can imagine if every single person left a piece of trash when they came, this place would just be a dumpster, basically.
What are the numbers, generally speaking, of people that come out here? Do you know?
I know that in Red Rock National Conservation Area, there's about 2 million people a year that visit.
Yeah, one piece of trash per person is a lot of trash.
Exactly.
What are you finding out here? What are some of the things that you're cleaning up?
We find all sorts of things. Irene found a sock earlier, but people find televisions, they find all sorts of different things, but it's primarily dog poop. There's a lot of people that walk their dogs out here and they don't clean up after their dogs.
Do you think you're making a difference?
I think we're making a huge difference. I think, I know that our group cleans up lots of pounds of trash weekly, and not just that, I know that we're educating other climbers to do the same.
What tip would you give somebody to be a better consumer of the outdoors? I mean, how can you help them?
I think the best thing to do is, number one, to always pack out everything that you bring in with you. And then number two is to try to stay on the trail. Staying on the trail in a sensitive desert area is really important because you're ensuring that you're not trampling the fragile ecosystem.
Irene, let me ask you, now, where are you from originally?
I moved from the East Coast about 7 years ago, from Boston specifically.
Why do you come out here and do this? You're not getting paid.
I mean, the outdoors is kind of where I found myself. It taught me the most lessons about life, and especially rock climbing. And there's something so enjoyable about fresh air and the physicality of it, or just enjoying the beauty of a different kind of landscape.
But I mean specifically volunteering. Why are you volunteering with these guys?
I mean, I just want to see the place that I love be taken care of. And when I come out here, I want to enjoy it for its beauty and not for its dog poop and trash. And so, you know, since I enjoy it so much, I want to make sure that I give back to it to make sure that my impact is as low as it can be.
How much dog poop and trash are we talking about?
It's pretty heavy out here. You can pick up about 15 pounds pretty easily within the first 15 feet of a trail. That's normally, most dogs want to get out of the car and it's the first thing they do, and it's probably where the attention is a little bit lower from the owners. And really, poop out here becomes trash. It pretty much is the same thing. It doesn't break down out here like it does on the East Coast in those environments.
What kind of feeling do you get when you have done a day's work and it looks better than you left it?
I mean, that's always a satisfaction, right? You know, the world is unfortunately full of issues. And so the way that I try to kind of contain that space is to do things locally to help out where I live, because that is the difference that I can see.
And these are some pretty cool cats that you're volunteering with, right?
Yes, these are some of my favorite people. And you know, they all do good work. It's all a volunteer-based organization. And so it really, you know, individual help really matters in organizations like these, and the time and effort that we put in can really make a difference.
Jorge, give me a little backstory. Where were you before Nevada?
Well, before Nevada, my girlfriend and I were freezing in Kentucky, and we decided to do a road trip. We were going to go to Mexico, but we took a short stop and stopped in Vegas. And 7 years later, we have a house here, and we're pretty involved with the local advocacy organization of the Southern Nevada Climbers Coalition.
Let's open that up. Your level of participation it's deep.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
it's action-oriented. Why so passionate?
It's a place where I can have a means of continuous improvement. And I say that, you know, and you might think I'm talking about like how strong I am, how fit I am. But one thing I've noticed about kind of climbing in general over the past decade is that these climbing areas as well are seeing the opposite thing of continuous improvement. They're getting loved to death, I think is the best way to say it. I've visited a lot of climbing areas over the years that have literally been closed down due to the amount of loving to death that has occurred to them. And so as I've started to participate more in my realm of rock climbing, not only through climbing, but through advocacy and access, you know, activities, I find myself spending time, you know, repairing hardware on routes to keep people safe so that we don't get, you know, complaints from land managers that say, what are you guys doing out there? I find myself out here trying to restore trails so that land managers don't come out here and say, why do you guys have 30 trails going to the same place? And I find myself out here, you know, whenever Irene makes the call to come out and pick up some poop as well. So whatever we can do to continuously improve our climbing areas for generations to come.
Kelsey, way up there on the rock. Kelsey, Stella, what's your story? Where are you from?
Originally from the San Francisco Bay Area in California, moved here coming up on 5 years ago.
How's it going?
Love it, love it.
You know, 5 years and you're out here fighting for these lands. That happened kind of quick. What's bringing you out here?
Well, I'm probably the newest person in the group. I've only been climbing about a year now, but you know, coming out here, especially this year with the pandemic, has been so sanity saving and so good for the soul, and you know, it's one of the ways that I can give back.
Do you look at this? Because I can see where people would see this group of superheroes and go, well, they're on the case, so we're good, just let them handle it. Do you see that?
I would disagree with that, but I see that happening a lot, and I think the reverse should be happening. We need to be drawing more people in because there's such a small fraction of people who are out here that are volunteering their time, and there's so few people who are giving back. And you know, money is great, donations are great, but time is, you know, we can't calculate that. It's invaluable to be out here doing the work to pick up trash and pick up dog poop and maintain the trails and keep it beautiful out here.
I could just see coming out here to volunteer and seeing a group of people with bags picking up trash, what that must feel like, that visual must feel like to you. Does it feel like, well, there's hope?
It does, it does. It's really encouraging to see people out picking up, and it's more common to see that. I think It is sort of trending in a way, in some ways, for hikers and climbers to start picking up after themselves, and I'm seeing more of it. Although there's still an unfortunate amount of "thanks for doing that, guys," and then just walking right past and not doing anything themselves. So I wish a few more people were like, "Hey, how can I get involved?" That would be ideal.
If I were to look in the future and come back and tell you, you know what, you failed. The place is full of trash. Would it change what you're doing today?
No, because if we stop what we're doing today, then we're definitely going to have that reality. And if we keep doing what we're doing, there's a chance that we won't. There's a chance that if we keep working at this, we won't fail and we will get more people on our team.
Tell me more about that. What do you hope for the future, not only of these lands, but of this organization?
I would love to see way more of the local climbers become members of the SNCC. It's really inexpensive for an annual membership, and that money really goes towards a lot of good things. It goes to bolt maintenance, it goes to wag bags, it goes to trail maintenance, so many good things. I'd love to see more people volunteering. You know, I know so many people are out here in the climbing community and they just come out and have fun and go home. And if we even just got a small fraction more people, that would make a huge difference.
So you all have been giving so much to everybody's experience of these lands, not just your own. And I don't care what you think, you're superheroes to the rest of us. And I wish you the most success that you can possibly have in all your endeavors with everything that you're doing. On behalf of everybody in the state of Nevada and anybody that uses these lands, thank you for what you're doing. I know sometimes it seems invisible to you, but the results are not. And so I wish you continued success. Thanks a lot, guys.
I have to tell you, and I really can't stress this enough, this group, the Southern Nevada Climber Coalition, well, they are amazing. We continued on our hike and continued to pick up trash along the trail. And my takeaway from today, we all need to do our part to maintain the beauty of our public lands. So when you get out there and you see some trash, just pick it up and carry it out. This is a team effort. We all need to do our part.